Happy New Year, everyone! This will become, I bet, the most exciting year yet for every one of us, right? How was your holidays, by the way? Just a quick side note for the replay watchers. I will leave timestamps in the description as well as a pinned comment so you can skip to the interesting channel reviews, and maybe I also share my own channel goals for 2020, 2070. I mean, that's too long in the future. I won't live there anymore, probably. Hi, how are you doing, everyone? Great to have you all in the stream, man. Quite a few new people, right? Dirt Red, how are you doing? Cannon Fodder TV, how are you doing? Tina, how are you doing? Natalia, all new, right? Welcome to the channel. Great to have you here as well. Awesome, yeah. It's usually, that's a common thing here on the Morningfame channel that I do every 1 month, 2 months, roughly a channel review live stream. Every time we try to focus on a topic through the lens, a lens through which we look at the channel reviews. And this time I want to look at your 2020 goals and then kind of look into what would be the first step for you to go on the journey towards your 2020 goal. And of course, 1 year is a long time. Can you actually remember where you were at the beginning of the year? It's kind of sometimes surprising to see how we get accustomed to the numbers that we drive nowadays, but then seeing again like 1 year ago, a huge difference. I think I doubled my subscribers and more than doubled my channel views, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, at least. Timo, your goal is monetization, right? That's a really important goal to reach. By the way, a very good thing to build up this monetization and in the long run to get the channel really driving views with a constant amount is to start with evergreen content. Optimize your video for search, and then they start to drive views every day, and that lifts up the whole channel. It has so many advantages. You can even go on vacation and still people are watching your old video, your archived videos, and you don't even see a bump then anymore. 7K subs, Stika, old friend, how you doing? Very good, very good. I reached it this year, surprisingly. So I think this year would be probably 10,000 subs. But we certainly will have a review today where we will be looking into, the whole subscriber goal. It's a very interesting topic to talk about. All right, first 1,000 hours. You're saying 3 goals: build a website. Very good. You probably want to convert people from your channel onto your email list, as well as probably with blogs, draw in a few Google people, which is always a good idea. And then ask people to subscribe to my email. Yeah, I assumed correctly. That's a proven way, so good idea. And make 52 videos. Very good idea, 52. That would be 1 video each week, which is the best thing that you can do, because there is nothing like talent, right? We always say like people are talented in a way, but in the end, it's kind of, some people have interest for certain things and then they just do it a lot. They have practice, and only through practice you can get good. And if you love what you want to practice, then you it goes together and you put in many hours, and that's how you become an expert. That's it. No talent there. So doing 52 videos is a good idea. T and Sharinda. 1K, yeah, nice. Then probably also with it will come the 4,000 hours and you get monetized, right? Very awesome. And very interesting to see all your goals. Explaining with Mary Daphne. Explaining, great word by the way. It's immediately, it works. Cool. Continue creating evergreen content. I love evergreen content for that. It's really a very dependable way compared, for example, to trends. This is not as dependable, by far not as dependable, although trends have their unique purpose, obviously. Keep up live streams, continue growing. Yeah, yes. It's good to know that what you do kind of works and you basically keep doing what you do, and that naturally will lead into more growth on YouTube. That's very good to know, right? But I bet we will have some reviews today, which will be about, like getting off a channel off the ground. In the beginning, when you don't really have something that works yet, then it's kind of tough to figure out what to do, right? I bet some of you can tell from your own experience. Drive more views to my videos growth, but I want to sell apparel. No, to appeal more to my weeps. Dirt Red, yeah, a good idea. I mean, it's all about the audience, and that's also the primary purpose of doing live streams, right? You want this personal connection to your audience that you ideally, obviously, also get with your uploaded videos, but this live interaction, this is live streams, right? Awesome. And Anthony, how are you doing, by the way? You say I have 5,000 subs, but hit 5 million watch time minutes this month. Wow. You must have had some videos that really took off, right? I mean, 5 million watch minutes. That's crazy. Casey, 4 times the subs, and learning 5 new editing filming techniques. Awesome. I actually am in the online course of, I always forget his name. Sydney. Sydney is his first name. About storytelling, and I hope to learn more about that in this year as well. Everything that you can learn, something special. This is by far the best investment that you can do, right? Because the better you get at anything related to YouTube storytelling, editing, whatever, is kind of this gets a snowball rolling because higher quality has more appeal, right, and so on. So I like that learning perspective for a goal. Bersama, Nico, what do you do if the channel is not niche specific? How to make the channel grow? My goal 2020 is to make my channel get monetized. That's all. This is kind of difficult, right? If you are not specific to a niche, people need a different reason why they should subscribe to your channel. And it is much more difficult to find a reason other than the particular topics you talk about. We sometimes, for example, with vlogs, it's about the person behind the screen and their take on life or something like that, right? So this could be also a reason why people subscribe. But the easiest thing that you can do is to focus on a topic. Yeah, for example, I do YouTube advice. Someone else explains how a particular video editor works and all the techniques and all that, which is obviously how-to channels. But then again, for example, toy reviews or, evolving around tech reviews, something like that, particular products. So this way, if people understand the topic of your channel better, then they also understand better whether it's worth subscribing or not. So maybe consider if there is some part of your videos that you like to do that you could do more of, so your channel gets more streamlined. Because quite frankly, that's the easiest way to signal to your viewers what your channel is about and why they should subscribe. If you want to spread out into further topics, and that I recently learned actually by Daniel Bertal, that you can spread out later. So you start your channel very focused and then spread out later to related topics once you have a bigger audience. Oh, sorry. So he particularly has a channel about how to use the Filmora video editor, but he wants to branch out in the future to more general video making advice, YouTube advice, which is, he just does slowly, because first he wants to build up this audience with this very specific topic about the Filmora video editor. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Awesome. All right, I would say, without further ado, you're here for channel reviews, so let's get that started. I will do it always like this. Let me know in the comments at Morningfame review. So you basically raise your hand for having a review, and I also always choose one randomly, and then for the next review we do it again, and so on. So it's fair for everyone, that everyone can get a review, and I not everyone. I can't obviously give a review to everyone, but with a bit of luck, you are there. Yeah, the chances are much higher than lottery, right? Hi, Evanka Michael. Really a pleasure to have you here. Thanks again for your feedback on at Vid Summit, by the way. It really changed my thinking. My goals for 2020 do include kind of helping people more with teaching people certain techniques and doing like more online course style on the channel. Like not just consuming the content, but following along, trying out as a viewer things yourself. That's basically my goal. It's kind of a rough picture of that yet, but you kicked off there a really great thought process on my side. Thank you so much for that. All right, the requests are coming in. Let's see let's do a random number from 1 to 30. 49 was the last one on the app. So here we go. 14. Who is it? Let's see. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. Casey Green. All right, you're the next one. Okay. We have this new interface for live streaming, right? Where can I copy the channel link? No, you can't copy the channel link anymore. Okay. I have to Google you. It's weird. Every time we have a new interface, it's kind of a little bit adopting. But all in all, I have to say, for example, the new YouTube studio, it's really coming along nicely. Would you say? I'm all for upgrading YouTube's tools. All right. Heart of Inspiration. Yeah, yes, please. The way with the Morning Fame review, exactly like this, helps me to count better. I quite frankly have a hard time to keep up with the chat usually, so this kind of helps me to dumb it down for me because it highlights the Morning Fame, right? Uh, uh, um, all right, all right. Okay, Casey Green. Let's get right into it. We have here we go. We have a small channel with 400 subscribers. So, Casey, let me know what is your goal for 2020? Artisan Electric. And next review, we will raise our hands again for one to get picked. So stay tuned for that. Casey, did you already say what is your goal? Let's see. Okay, still not. Ah, yeah, here we go. I know that was a reply to someone else. Okay, 100,000 channel views looks good. By the way, to reach the goals for monetization. So yeah, that would be probably a milestone you will achieve this year. Susie, the Morning Fame Facebook group is a special purpose group for the early access program. So if you go on your accounts page, then at the top there is information about the early access program. Check it out. Hi Deej, how you doing? Great to chat with you these past days. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's get into the review. All right. So we have a small channel. Casey, let me know what's your goal. And 1,500 subs. Okay. Perfect. So you're uploading 1 to 2 videos per week. That sounds good for that. And it's about cars, right? So here we go. These are your thumbnails. Probably smart summon updates. So you're probably talking about the Tesla. Do you own one, by the way? I heard it's a crazy driving experience if you hit the gas pedal. Gas pedal. Can you still say gas pedal? All right. So what if you drive with the door open? All right. Interesting question, by the way. Okay. So basically, it's a day of the year. I'm not very resistant to all the viruses spreading currently. Okay. Views look good, comments, likes. So you have quite a few engagement. Your ranking. It really looks good from that side. Of course, you're still a small channel, so you can't expect like huge numbers yet. But nearly 5,000 views for this one. That's impressive. So you're doing really good for that. I would say just continue doing that, and you will reach 1,500 subscribers in no time. I would even say you should have a higher goal. It is kind of something that is more or less not unavoidable for you to reach 1,500 subscribers. But I would say, despite that, maybe find a way to improve your thumbnails. You're doing really great. I think it looks to me like the choices of your video topics are really great. So that's also the reason why you have very high performing videos. Probably sometimes you jump on trends, right? With Teslas, we have quite a few trends as well. The Cybertruck, for example, was a huge trend recently. And I will actually do a video about one YouTuber who really hit it off with the Cybertruck trend. even though he's at a few thousand subscribers only, so still even small channels can jump on that. But focus on your thumbnails a little bit more. Obviously, you have some branding here with the yellow text. This is one purpose why you know, all the thumbnails should, in a sense, look similar. I mean, you all know my thumbnails, right? I do it even too much in this regard. My thumbnails are super similar. There's so many elements that are the same for all thumbnails, like the yellow and you know. The idea behind it is that your subscribers immediately recognize your videos when they scroll past them. Yeah. And then it's not so much important how good the thumbnail itself is, but the subscribers that you have, they already watched your videos in the past. They know you create great videos. I mean, they subscribe for the reason, right? So all you need to do for your subscribers is to know a bit what kind of topics they like. And obviously, over time, you get a good impression what resonates with your subscribers. But then also, if they scroll past, like on the phone, right? They scroll on the home screen and then suddenly one of your thumbnails appears. If they only need a split second to recognize, oh, that's a new video from your channel, then you have won, because they stop scrolling and they consider to watch your video because they know from the past you do great videos. And your text here is kind of a branding element, but you can build it out a little bit more because I would say in some thumbnails it works well, like when you have a dark background, then you can clearly read the text. But if you have it like here, I mean, you already did a little bit here by adding the black outline around the text to make the contrast a little bit better. I think you can do a little bit more about that. To maybe do a drop shadow behind it, for example, or do the outline even bigger. So the idea is that this text jumps into the eyes of the viewers a little bit more. And also is always at least as big as this one. So if you, for example, this text here is a little bit too small in my opinion, make it bigger, because sometimes thumbnails are displayed very small. Here, for example, this here is how big it is displayed on, suggested on phone, suggested on desktop, search on phone. So sometimes very small, and then obviously here you can still read it because you have this black background. But if you had this small text with the light background here again, then it kind of gets tricky. So try to brand, make it more, you know, jump into the eyes a little bit more. So this way you catch in your subscribers even more effectively, and that gets a snowball rolling, because your subscribers are the ones who watch your video in the first day, for example, yeah, when you publish it. And that gives data to the YouTube algorithm to, in the end, basically tell the YouTube algorithm, oh, that's the great video. I should promote it more. And this more promotion is basically the snowball rolling down the hill, and it may lead to more non-subscribers finding your channel because you get recommended in suggested or on the homepage, or in search you rank higher, and with that get more views. So that's basically the idea. Wow, Susie, thumbnail overhaul 3 times on your channel. Wow. It's really worth the effort. It really is. I'm still in the process of optimizing them as well. I went the route of not showing my face in my thumbnails anymore. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but I will slowly continue to develop it. Okay, Koi. How you doing? Earn money with Isa? Philippines. That must be kind of a What time do you have right now? It must be late at night or something, right? All right. Let's get straight into the next review. Let me know Morningfame at Morningfame review in the comments, and I choose one randomly again. 2 a.m. Oh, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Anyway, even though it's so late. All right, all right. Let's see. Do you have any questions in the meantime? Sorry, I probably won't really keep up with all your chat comments. So great to have you all here. Terra C Music, how you doing? Everyone who joined recently, Happy New Year. Let's make 2020 really great. Can't wait what the new year will show. I mean, it's sometimes tricky to understand how much we can achieve in 1 year. If you look back the last year, I mean, everything changed so much, right? So 1 year is really the opportunity to get something working even better. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I think this time I have to draw a number from 1 to 40. All right. 14 is the last number. Let's do a new one. 16. All right, all right. All right. First one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Middle class rapper. I think you recently did a Morningfame video, right? Thanks a ton for that. Really appreciate your support. All right, since I can't copy the channel link anymore from here, let me Google you. All right, next thing. Let me know, middle class rapper, MC rapper. What's your 2020 goal? So we can have a look at what would be the next step for you. Yeah, awesome. I remembered correctly. Yeah, nice. Thank you so much for your support. Isa, I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, I really look forward to develop the Morningfame tool even further this year. I have so many ideas, many more ideas than I could do in 1 year, actually. But it's always, I don't plan too much. I mean, many of you watched my last video about what I plan to do in the keyword research tool this year. But most of the time, I will listen to you. What are your issues? What do you need to be solved with your YouTube channel? And this way, most of the features or many of the features that I will release this year are based on your insights, on your feedback. So who knows what will come next? And I really look forward to that. All right. We have middle class rapper, 150 subscribers. Way to go. This is the first 100 subscribers is the most tricky one, as we talked about in the very beginning of the stream. In the beginning, if you don't have any proof that what works for a channel, it's quite tricky to find out what would be the next step. And let's see, middle class rapper. Let's see, what was your goal? You wrote 1,000 subs. I mean, yeah, it's doable. I don't think that it's too ambitious. You always have to think about channels usually grow if you really put your mind to it, really grow in a exponential. Exponential is, everyone tells exponential. This kind of probably never really happens, but the growth picks up over time. So it gets easier and easier to gain more subscribers. And especially since you are past the first 100 subscribers, I assume that you already figured out what works best on your channel. or some topics at least that really do well, so you can double down on those topics. And with that, obviously, have a high chance to draw in more people because those videos worked well in the past. And that's actually what this report tells you here. These are your videos that worked the best on your channel in recent history of your channel. And M&S Christmas Movers and Shakers, probably a I don't know what Movers and Shakers is. Maybe you can tell me. Christmas rapping remix. What's your questions? Britain's Got Talent. Okay, I see. So it's probably about rapping, right? I recently saw this Netflix show. How's it called? With the three judges judging several rappers in, yeah, you know, with the winner in the end, like you know, The Voice just for rapping. Was really fun to watch. Let It Go remix, nice. Frozen, that's probably something you know, very searched. Santa Ditch Brighton, I can't tell. Okay, I'm a little bit lost, I have to say, because I'm not too aware what your channel is about. That's rap. Do you rap in French, by the way? I love French rap. 20 Zul, 20 Zul is really great. Karaoke, something like entertainment and rap, I assume, right? So the idea, basically, quite frankly, I have a hard time to grasp what it means here. But you know, the same report from within Morningfame, right, in the strategy tab. So the idea would be to find a pattern in those videos. Yeah. So you have top performers on your channels that really worked well. Not only in regard to views, you know, sometimes if a video really picks up because of a trend, for example, let's take the Cybertruck trend again. So it really picks up, but it draws in a lot of audience that usually doesn't watch your channel, right? And some will subscribe, which is really great. That's why we jump on trends, because we want to have this additional push of new viewers. But most of those who watch a trending video, which is a you know, a special success on a channel, usually much more successful than the other videos that you usually have, most of those people watching a trend video don't stick around. Yeah. So what is important is to look at you know, the videos that do well with your existing audience, who keeps coming back to watch your new videos. Just give me a second. All right. Okay, sorry for that. All right, and the idea is, look at your videos that really did well here. And it seems like somehow you are engaging with your audience quite a lot. Maybe with looking at your comments as well, I see that you get, okay, this one not, but here you get a few comments already. Yeah. All right, nice, 6 comments and so on. That's a really good start. To use this kind of report that gives you, you know, what is working best with your general audience. Yeah, and then also try to improve your comments, get more feedback from your audience. You already have the first start, which is really good. It takes a lot of time until people start to comment. And you got beyond this point already, which is really great. If you can build it out a little bit, there's actually a video on my channel about how to increase comments. Just check it out, for example, for a bit of advice. And this way, try to understand what resonates best with your audience. Because if you can double down on that, do more of that. For example, for my channel, when I talk about the YouTube algorithm, or if I talk about SEO, that by far outperforms any video that I do. For example, if I try to do some kind of vlog stuff, yeah, on my channel, it seems to be better on your channel, like this personal connection thing. I get the impression. But anyway, on my channel, if I do kind of a vlog thing, then people don't resonate very well with that. It's just like that. I try to innovate on my vlogs as well in the future. Maybe I can make it work in the future, because I have some things that I really would like to tell, which are, yeah, you know, currently I couldn't tell them, but because it doesn't really perform well on my channel. But you know, this understanding, some topics work better than the other. So you have your initial audience, and if you double down on what you have proven to work well, then it's no question that you reach your 1500 subscriber goal, I would say. Take that as a perspective. I hope that helps, even though I quite frankly am a little bit lost with your video topics right now. You try to do parody about whatever people want me to do songs about. Ah, I see. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. That is probably also a good idea then, to think about what trends you have in your niche. Yeah. So, for example, if a show like the one I just mentioned with the voice basically for rapping, if that airs on Netflix, for example, you see in Netflix announcements of a new show, right? So you can prepare for that a little bit, or at least once it comes out, watch it right away, and then try to do a parody basically on what is happening there. So you could also use that to your advantage, for example. All right. I would say, since you're here for channel reviews, let's pick the next one right away. Leave me in the comments Morningfame review, so you basically are one of those that I draw randomly again. And in the meantime, let's see, what do we have here? Vlogs are difficult to grow, and it takes a lot of time and patience. So true, Anthony. It really, you know, it's a different beast, you can say. So sometimes it's a good idea to first do more like the how-to content, where people have a reason to watch your videos without necessarily engaging with your channel so much. Don't need to subscribe. They just watch one video, get an answer to a question they have, and then leave again. This is kind of drawing in new people, so as many as you can via this purpose. Yeah, they need an answer for their question, and then the more people that come by, the more will subscribe. And once you have a considerable audience, you might find ways to know what they like, and this way you can branch out in a more like vlog style. I certainly know for my channel, I tried it again and again. My channel is not ready for that yet. Although obviously my active subscribers are really enjoying those as well, but not enough that, for example, it goes out into suggested videos or something like that, which is really dependent on the viewers, other than SEO and search, which I can influence more with SEO, right? Basically that's my opinion about how to make it work, like in you know, step by step, evolving the channel basically. All right, let's do here first. Yeah, 16 was the last number. All right, and we got 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Cannon Fodder TV. All right, you're the next one. Someone asked here when my pleasure, MC Rapper. Someone asked here just by going through. Sorry, I don't remember who. If Pinterest is a good way to grow your channel. I quite frankly don't have so much knowledge about Pinterest, but what would you say? Is it possible if you have your pin boards on Pinterest that people easily discover your boards without you having to build a follower base, like on Twitter, for example? On Twitter, you have you tweet, and of course we try to mention people and use hashtags, but basically Twitter, it's very dependent on gaining followers, and then only through the response of your followers who like and retweet your tweets, it gets spreads out to more people. Yeah. So basically, those followers you have do the promotion for your content on Twitter. How does it work on Pinterest? Do you have to work to build your audience on Pinterest before really your boards can spread out to new people? Or is it like you start on Pinterest with 0 followers whatsoever, you do great boards, and with that, new people easily discover your content? If Pinterest leans onto the latter, yeah, people can easily discover your content even though you don't have any following, then it's a really good idea. But if you really depend on building your followers on Pinterest first, then it's a tricky thing, because basically on YouTube, you have to build your subscriber base already. And now you have Pinterest, where you have to build your subscriber base as well. And this is kind of 2 jobs at the same time. So this is always the way I look at certain social media platforms. If you have something like existing audience, easily discoverable, for example, the best way is to use forums or Facebook groups where you can share your content, because those groups already have a big audience and you have immediately that outreach. Of course, if you share it not in a spammy way, you have to become a well-known member and respected member of those groups. But then if you are that, you can share your stuff and get outreach immediately without the effort of building your own audience first. So I'm always a fan of focusing your audience building on one platform, and that's of course for us YouTube. Don't spread yourself too thin across multiple social media platforms. Again, I can't say which type Pinterest really is. You would have to tell me. Pinterest is great for certain topics, like for us, because of weddings. Oh yeah, true, very true. It's amazing. I mean, this is the way people shop for weddings, right? There's a huge audience that really has a particular interest in finding stuff, unique stuff. I mean, every wedding should be unique, right? So yeah, go ahead, use that to your advantage. And ideal, of course, this is the perfect thing here. It's all year round, right? It's not just Christmas or like Independence Day or something like that. There's special events where interest spikes and you can grab a lot of audience this way. Wedding is all year round, so this is the perfect thing to do. Awesome. All right. We were at the next review here. Let's go ahead. Canon Fodder TV, close to 3,000 subscribers. Let me know in the comments, please. What is your channel goal for 2020? So by the end of the year, where do you want to be? What do you want to have accomplished at this point? Let's see what the next step could be for you. For everyone else to understand what this channel is about, certainly about soccer. I think you do reactions to events at soccer events, right? Here we have an interview, for example, but also it looks a little bit like you do computer games a little bit. Could that be? Yeah. By the way, with soccer, be very careful about copyright. If you if it's a game, obviously those game developers are usually very happy to have your videos uploaded because it's promotion for them. But if you are using real footage, be very careful about that. Usually, the most that might be acceptable in this case is that you have a little snippets and comment on them, so it falls onto fair use. Say basically in the US, for example, it depends on your country which legislation you have to obey. But for soccer, I see channel closed very often. So I think look into that a little bit more in case you think you're not very safe on that side. So you have actually a 2020 goal to reach. I'm sorry to say that, but it's really a tricky niche for that. No, there's no live footage for that. Okay, then forget everything that I just said. All right, all right. Yeah, perfect. What is your do more collabs? Maybe double my subs number. Yeah, you will double them. I think with these amount of views, that's a very healthy ratio here. You can make that happen. Wow, over 500 videos. That's impressive. Let's see how you're doing here. All right. 82 views. You rank a little bit here for your own hash. No, that's not your own hashtag. Someone else's or a topic. 32 views, 90 views. All right. I would say at that point, here we can see your upload schedule quite well. You do 3 to 4 videos per week. And so quite often, so it's no surprise that you already are at that crazy number of videos. That's impressive. Do more collabs. That's a really good idea. This always brings in new people, similar people like that. I would say if you... There is one interesting discussion, yeah, about the video upload schedule. We recently had one on Facebook, and I experimented with that myself. Is that the more you upload, the more likely it can become that people are not watching every video that you upload. Yeah. Nowadays, for example, I on my channel only upload every 2 weeks, which is not enough. Really, it's not enough. It's just a decision because I have so much work and I don't have the time to upload every week. I would need to upload every week, but anyway, just a disclaimer. The point is, with only one video every 2 weeks, certainly every subscriber is very likely on my channel to watch each video that I'll upload, because videos are rare on my channel. Yeah. And then again, if you upload very often, like let's say daily, then people say like, well, there is a video every day. I don't have to watch every video. Yeah. Because it becomes too often. Sometimes they don't have, the value of each individual video is seen less because you have such a high amount of videos. And that is reflected in the view velocity that your videos have. So view velocity, just as for your idea, let me quickly open that. So here we go again. Here in the velocity tab of Morningfame's keyword, not the keyword research tool, the analytics, the velocity tab. So people are here in the beginning, when the views go up, these are usually your subscribers. And obviously, if you have a certain amount of subscribers, as you do certainly do have as well, then they are the ones who drive the views initially. But if they skip every other video, for example, or yeah, sometimes at least, then you have less view velocity in the beginning for your video. But this view velocity it gets a snowball rolling. These initial views, I mentioned that earlier in this stream again as well. These views give signals to the YouTube algorithm so that the algorithms can decide whether to promote your video more or less. Yeah, and your subscribers obviously usually give you high watch time, all the good metrics. So these are usually very good signals. So the more you can bring your subscribers to each and every video, the more you can push up with the video view velocity, like shown here, so that it gets more promoted. Yeah, and I mentioned that in the beginning here, this kind of vlog type video that did well with my subscribers, but not too well, and hence in the long run it didn't really grow. This one worked much better. My subscribers enjoyed it. The YouTube algorithm did more promotion for it as well. So, this way you see it did much better in the long run. Here, the initial growth here in yellow for this video is much steeper, giving the algorithm more signals and so on. So I would say, yeah, even though that's not really what your 2020 goals are about with more collabs. Certainly do those. But this is the link that I have in my mind here. If you do collabs, then it's about sharing the subscriber, the fan base of each other's channel, right? This is kind of the idea here. You have an audience, you collab with the other YouTuber, bring your audience over to the other YouTuber, and vice versa. And the important thing here is that you focus on making the most out of your subscribers. So if you do a collab and a lot of viewers come over to your channel because of the collab, then it is a good idea to have, figured out how to make the most of your subscribers so that the new subscribers you get from those collab continue to stick around, continue to do well for your channel, to produce these great results. And I think, to make the most out of it, maybe consider uploading less often, just as an experiment. What will happen? Because I see here that I saw 82 views, 125 views, and so on. This sounds, okay, this is an outlier, but you get round about 100 views for each video. Since you have close to 3,000 subscribers and usually a good amount of active subscribers, those subscribers who actually do keep coming back to watch your new videos, are 10% of that. So you have close to 300 active subscribers, most likely, maybe a little bit less. 10% is usually a very high number already. But you have 100 views for each video. So having, like, let's say realistically 200 active subscribers and you get 100 views for each video, that means obviously that your subscribers are not watching each and every video. So if you could experiment with doing videos less often, and with that obviously your subscribers become more inclined to watch each video, then each of your videos will have a steeper view velocity, here, and then you will see, like in comparison, that the YouTube algorithm will grow your video even more in the long run. So I would say maybe do that as a first experiment this year, if you can make more out of it just by changing your upload schedule. You never know, obviously. Maybe your niche expects for you to upload that often, but I don't think that if you are uploading at least once a week, that people will forget about you. So you could start with 2 videos per week, for example. just as an experiment, and then watch your view velocity to see if your videos take off more. Yeah, so you get more bang for your buck. So basically more views for the power of your subscriber that you use in order to promote your videos. Basically, that's the idea here. I hope this is a little bit of inspiration what you can do there, because then if you really have honed in the active subscriber base, then your channel is really much more ripe to bring in new people as well, because then those will become very effective subscribers for your channel as well, and that, you know, that adds up to grow your channel in the long run. It's kind of, you know, like this critical bottleneck in the growth of a channel that will become more smoothly less of a bottleneck, so to say. I hope that helps. My pleasure, my pleasure. All right. Okay, since you are here for channel reviews, let's quickly draw in the next person. Leave in the comments at Morningfame review, so I can count you in and choose one of you randomly. But in the meantime, are there any questions? What's your definition of being consistent? For one files, that would be interesting for me as well to read what your definition is. Certainly, upload schedule is one thing. I like the regular upload schedule just because otherwise I wouldn't get my videos ready in time and I would slack off. But you know, with only one video every 2 weeks, there's not much to be slacking off about anymore, right? I hope in 2020 that I will get back into doing videos more often. Let's see how that can work. All right, let's draw another number. Wow, long list. Man, I'm you know, such a huge audience. Man, thank you so much for stopping by. Happy New Year to everyone who recently joined. Let's make 2020 the best year yet for every one of us. 25 is the last number, the new one. Oh, 25 again. Okay, let's go. A good idea, Anthony. My mouth is running dry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mika, fasting, weight loss. Your turn. Let me know in the comments what your 2020 goal is, and then let's see what I can recommend you to do next in order to reach this goal. Your channel is certainly very descriptive, your channel name, so I have a good idea what it is about. I saw Daniel Batal is in the house. How are you doing? Happy New Year. Hey, Whiskey Jason, how are you doing? Long time no see. Ist Deutschland auch so kalt hier wie Seattle? It's it's a hard time to get the health up still in this cold days. All right. Do you have questions? Any questions in the meantime before we get to the next review? Thank you. Yeah, danielbatal.com. Here you go. He just mentioned it. So sometimes people ask me about doing consultations, one-on-one consultations, and I unfortunately can't offer them because I have so much to do. Quite frankly, it's out of the picture that I can, um, yeah, spare time for that. But Daniel is really the best person I can recommend for doing one-on-one consulting because, first of all, he knows Morningfame in and out. He actually was the inspiration for extending the keyword research tool for the Google search support. So if it wasn't for him, I'm not sure if I would have ever done it. He kicked me a little bit, and then it got I got the idea how that could work, and we discussed it long, and was really fun to do. Thanks again for your help there, Daniel. And yeah, he also does channel reviews for TubeBuddy at conferences, for example. He is really just the right guy if you want one-on-one consulting. Yeah, I just pasted his website there. All right. Seasoned YouTubers are finding it hard on YouTube. Fact or myth? What do you think? What do you think? If I think if you're tech savvy as a retired person, maybe that's sometimes a challenge for some. Why not make it happen on YouTube? There is a lot of senior watchers as well, and they probably connect much better with the older people as YouTubers than like us young people. I mean, we're probably the generation they don't like so much. It's always the younger generations which are not okay anymore, right? They do weird things from their perspective. That's probably thousands of years, always the same thing. All right. Happy New Year, Mayan and Filmy. How are you doing? All right, let's go into the channel review. We have Mika, let me know in the comments. I don't know if you already did. Yeah, you did. 100K is your goal. All right, this is a bit ambitious. As you see, you are close to 3,000 subscribers, but ambitious goals, you know, it can never be wrong. Even if you don't reach it this year, I think considering you have 3,000 subscribers and 300,000 views on your channels already, with wow, over 600 videos, you have a lot of outreach already. Yeah. By the way, 5 to 6 videos a week. Let's see, you have 122 views for this one, 200 views, 240 views, 290 views. I would say that it's a healthy number. But basically, just to repeat what we talked about in the last review, it might be worth considering uploading less often. If you don't weren't there in the last review, just spool back later in the replay. Just remember the timestamp right now, and it was the review before that. Why I'm saying that? All right. So you're certainly about fasting, and yeah, I think it looks very much search optimized, right? Right? 60-hour fasted sauna and swimming, weight loss journey, motivation. Let's see, your ranking for those search terms. 60 hours fast weight loss. Let's see. Let's quickly go into the keyword research tool to check that out. We have this. This is a search term. Yeah, I'm not too well versed in this niche, but it looks great. Yeah, perfect. Not too competitive. You're also ranking for this term, so in hindsight, we know that. as well. Here the tool tells you that you can easily rank for this term. You're very much looking into searchable topics, which is a good idea. This is a typical channel for, having people having question about fasting or weight loss, stuff like this, and they search for it and hopefully find your videos. So I think this is a good idea for your channel to do. Continue to do that. And maybe you can, if you're really looking into gaining, 97,000 subscribers this year, then you might look into trends as well. Especially, by the way, if we look into Google Trends, for example, here. Okay, this is a small search term, obviously, but for example, keto diet. I don't know for what reason I always think of this diet. I'm not even sure what the diet is about. But as you can see, for example, here we have 1 year listed. And the interesting part is that in January, we all have our plans for the new years, right? What we want to do fresh and new, and sports, dieting, all that is very common for people to pick up in January of the new year. So naturally, the interest is very high here. Yeah, so weight loss is probably exactly the same thing. Okay, weight loss is all year round. Interesting. So it's not so much spiking a lot in the new year, but obviously it does also spike in the new year because everyone makes new plans, getting healthier in the new year. And this is kind of a trend that you can really predict. Yeah. So the idea is lean muscle workout, let's say something like this. I don't know if that's a good search term. Let's go back to the keto diet, which was working well. You can see it. Let's do the past 5 years. Yeah. So what you see here is a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Here we have January of 2019, and here we have January of 2018. A keto diet is quite a new thing, so it picks up here, right? But you can see it always spiking in January. Yeah, it goes up here, but it got more popularity generally, this kind of diet. So it's growing overall, but it's spiking again here. January, it's going up again. You see like the spike, and then it got even more popular over time. But it's kind of the thing, this yearly recurring pattern. To give you an idea of a weekly recurring pattern is vodka. You can see here past 5 years is not a good choice. Let's do 30 days, for example. Okay, bad example. What is headache? This is a funny thing. Past 7 days. Yeah, it's really not showing. This was working many years ago so well. Okay, I can't really show it to you yet. I would have to search more search terms. But the idea was back then when I did a Google trend search like this, it was always like on Friday, Saturday, vodka was spiking, and on Sunday, headache was spiking. Is there a correlation or a causation? Huh? Anyway, so you can predict certain patterns. Yeah, so Christmas decoration is, we already know that we don't need Google Trends for that. But if we have, like, here you can see it. Yeah, now this is the perfect example here. You can see, like, it's obviously, we don't need Google Trends for that, but it's obviously spiking every Christmas, right? So try to find these big topics in your dieting niche, yeah, that spike every year at the same time for certain reason. In the YouTube advice niche, for example, it could be a conference, yeah. YouTube search, maybe let's see if it's a web search that does well here. Here you go, yeah. This was before Wit Summit 3 years ago, 2 years ago, Wit Summit last year, Wit Summit this year. So it's always spiking at the day of the event. And for dieting, I'm sure you have events as well that you can look up. So if you are looking into repeating patterns like this, then you can prepare your videos in advance and jump on those trends. Yeah, this is kind of the idea if you are looking for big spikes, yeah, big jumps up for your channel in the growth, then look up repeating patterns, like yearly repeating patterns, or sometimes you have monthly repeating patterns for some reason. That you focus on those topics and this way draw in a lot of new people to your channel. But of course, for that, you need to be prepared. So you need to have like in place, I can't see it here. Yeah, each video has to engage people. It looks pretty good here. So if you have a trend bringing in a lot of people, then make sure that your videos are up to a certain quality that hopefully many of them actually do subscribe. Yeah, because otherwise you will get a video that spikes and is really successful because of the trend, but it won't have an long-lasting effect on your channel. So this would be going too far now for the review in this live stream here. But also you have to look in what happens after the trend. Yeah, you have a video that spikes a lot. Hopefully many people do subscribe because they watched your spiking video because of the trend. And then if you keep them around, your whole channel is elevated a little bit. So with each new trend that you catch successfully, you can do one step up the staircase, so to say, of your channel growth. And the staircase in this case is really your daily views on your channel that go up and up again with every new trend that you catch. So maybe that's a good perspective that you can use in order to reach your big goal. I hope you can reach it. Don't be annoyed if you don't reach it, because it is an ambitious goal. But who knows? You could make it happen. I hope that helped. And since we are here for reviews, let's quickly draw in the next person again. Leave at Morningfame review there, so I can pick one randomly. But in the meantime, let's see. Do you have any questions? Absolutely, my pleasure, Mika. All right. All right. Anthony just mentioned the Master Thumbnails Facebook group, which is a really great group. It's basically sharing your thumbnails there and getting feedback about that. It's super important. So of course, to make a trend work, you have to catch the attention of people as well. So it's a good idea to optimize your thumbnails for that. And this Master Thumbnails group, it was one of the last comments right before all the Morningfame review things come in from Anthony. So everyone who is interested in that, it's a really great group. I will certainly do a tip on Morningfame at one point. Or I think I already did, I don't know, because just such a great group. It's a great idea to focus on thumbnails separately. All right, Köpu, sorry, but don't post Morningfame review multiple times. That's unfair for other people, yeah? So this time I will only count your first post. because um, we can't skew the odds of people getting the chance to review. That's unfair. All right, 25 was the last number. Number one. All right. Who was first? Mayan. It's your turn. Awesome. All right. This saved me the time of counting. That was easy for a change. All right. Copy. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Any other questions? Awesome. All right. Okay, Mika. Then I had a skewed view if these were your live streams. It's certainly live streams have a different purpose than uploaded videos. Uploaded videos work really well to draw in new people and keep, of course, your subscribers around because of the great content. But live stream is mainly really for your subscriber base, and that's also the reason why I do channel reviews there. Because only with live streams that would be really working. All right. Let's go, Mayan. Let me know in the comments what your 2020 goal is, so we can have a discussion about that. Let's see. Did you say something about that already? No. All right. Close to 4,000 subscribers. Perfect. I think you already reached your monetization goal with these views, right? Perfect. That's a good start with 29 videos, which is really impressive that you can make it work that early. For everyone to get a picture of this channel, it's about tools, right? With gardening especially, right? Farming tools. Interesting. Oh, nice. Since we recently talked about trends, by the way, farming tools, here you have these events like where all the producers, those who build the tools, show off their latest technologies. That is certainly a trend that you obviously already jump on, which is a good idea to do. For heavy growth, sudden growth for the channel. It's a really good mix, but I also see that you mix it well with optimized videos. Okay, you're in a different language, obviously, so I couldn't say what it is exactly, but I see from the tags that you're ranking for many search terms successfully. You're probably doing really great SEO here, and the views speak for themselves. Very impressive. So that is good. Let me see. Did you say what your goal is? All right. Let me know what your goal is, so we can have a look at it. I think with that you have 0 to 1 videos per week. Here, maybe it's a good idea that you start having a regular schedule, so that people can more easily recognize you. But I think at this point, the regular schedule is probably not that important because you're doing really well in search, and this way it doesn't really matter so much how well you how consistent you upload. Let me know. Have 100,000 subscribers. Oh, I see. Okay. In this 100,000 subscribers, which is let's see if you can make it happen. It's an ambitious goal, but it looks like you have the outreach to potentially make this happen. So how I see your channel from just the glance here, right, is that you're doing a great job at delivering your video to many viewers. Yeah, obviously, since you're ranking really well, getting a lot of views for each video, sounds really great. But at this point, even though you have that many views, your subscriber count is, quite frankly, a little bit weak. Yeah, not bad in a sense. Yeah, but it could be higher. So what I think you could think about this year is how can you make it happen that people come to get an answer for their question, which is basically what search is for, right? But also having more of a reason to stick around. Why should they not only watch one video that answers their question? Since you have a different language, I can't really tell. Maybe you're reviewing this tool here, right? So they want to buy it, and this is the good answer for their question. But what would be the reason they stick around? Yeah. And it doesn't show here anything. Let me see. Do you also have Morningfame as the tool? Because we could look into your Morningfame account if it would be okay with you. Just let me know. Is it okay? Too many windows. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Here we go. This is your Morningfame account. Here we go. Here we have. Okay, I see. We have in the Velocity tab. We have this top section that is about active subscribers. Yeah, and the idea here is what you need to do. You have the outreach, and you want to use these viewers that you get to subscribe and then stick around. Yeah. So the step to make more people subscribe is one that you need to prepare. You need to get proof that people see your content as worth sticking around. As soon as you make that happen, it will be an easy step to ask them to subscribe, for example. Yeah, just a simple ask. Yeah, will make people more likely to subscribe actually and stick around. But you know, there is a big difference, because if you the big difference in what the ask for people to subscribe has an effect in the long run. Yeah, if you ask people to subscribe, they say like, well, a subscribe is free to do, why not? Yeah, but the big question is, if they are subscribed, do they actually keep coming back to watch your new videos? Yeah, if they subscribe, they usually would watch the next video that you upload, but then it might be the case that they are not as happy with the next video that they watched as they were with the first video through which they discovered your channel. And then they don't usually unsubscribe, but not even though they are still subscribed, they don't watch your new videos anymore. So the second, or let's say the third, fourth video is one of the first videos that they watch after having subscribed to your channel, are crucial to signal them, oh yeah, that's a great channel worth sticking around. And how can you ensure that people think this way, your channel is worth sticking around? Well, you can experiment with your existing subscribers. What can you make happen in order to grow your existing subscribers, that they stick around? And that is all this top section here in the Morningfame Velocity tab is about. The active subscriber count. And here you see you have an estimated 150 subscribers, active subscribers. That is under the assumption that they watch each and every video that you upload. With 0 to 1 videos per week, you can assume that, or let's say they watch every first or second video, so you have a few more subscribers, just an estimate. But the goal is that you grow this number. And as we can see here, you already do, which is really perfect. I would double down on that to grow this number, because then if you ask people to subscribe to your channel, then as your existing active subscribers, they are more likely to be really happy with your content and stick around to watch your new videos. So grow this number. And the biggest idea here is your subscriber experience. Yeah. So as you see, your subscribers really keep coming back, but unfortunately the watch time is very weak here. So maybe you think, maybe you should focus on watch time, because basically, yes, the video topics are great for your subscribers. They do click your videos because you have above average view counts for your videos than channels of similar size. So that's good. But then they also need to watch to the end, ideally, to send also the good signals to the YouTube algorithms, so you get more promotion from the algorithms as well. So having high watch time is good in any regard. But that the longer they watch, the better their experience, the more likely they keep coming back. Yeah. Because if they watch like 5 videos in a row, over the course of 5 to 6 weeks, that would be roughly how long it takes for you to upload 5 new videos. Then if they always just watch the beginning and then after a minute or so they decide to click off because it's not too engaging, although you get a lot of likes, which the engagement in general is quite well. But if you could make them watch longer, then it's more likely, this is kind of proof that they really enjoy your content. Yeah. And, so it's really getting complicated. So my recommendation is build your watch time up. Yeah. Because this is how your subscribers have an overall better experience on your channel. If you have subscribers that have a better experience, then getting new people to subscribe, they will have a better experience as well. Yeah. And that in turn builds up your subscriber base in a high quality way. Yeah. It's not just any subscribers, it's a highly valuable subscribers. And the more valuable subscribers you get, the more likely the new subscribers will be valuable as well. So you have a very healthy growth of your subscriber count, and then ultimately, have the chance to get to the 100K subscribers, which is a growth towards the 100K that is healthy. That means that also every other number grows with it. Yeah, it is sometimes the case that people have 100,000 subscribers, but they have very little views because most of the subscribers lost interest and don't watch the new videos anymore. So on the road to your subscribers count of 100K, also make sure that you grow them in a high quality way, so to say. That's the idea here. So long story short, basically. I hope that helps. Let's see. How you can increase the time of vision, so the watch time, right? The best idea that you can do is to look at your metrics. Let me see. We have audience retention, audience. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, here. Hi Tech Nomad, how are you doing? Let's see. We draw a random number shortly again. Here we go. Increasing audience retention. Here's my own channel. I recently released a video about how to increase the audience retention by just what you do in the beginning of the video, which makes a huge difference. That's a great example from another YouTuber, Lila. She did such an amazing job to hook the viewer in the beginning, and that ultimately leads to higher watch time. But also here in this video, yeah, just search for audience or retention, yeah, audience retention. Yeah, on my channel you find those two videos here. This is about audience growth in general. That's not the retention in particular. This first and second video. Here, the second video is about looking at your analytics. Where are the drop-off points and what did you do in the video to analyze that? And here I give example how I analyzed my own videos. It's quite a while ago, so it's still the old YouTube studio, but the same principle applies nowadays. So you can learn what to do differently in your video in order to increase the audience retention. It's really your individual style that influences your watch time in the end. So you need an individual analysis for that. Yeah, and you have to look into the YouTube studio for that data to figure out that. And if you look across many videos, then you will start to see patterns where people drop off or where people keep watching. So do less of what you do in the videos where people drop off and do more about what people do in order when they keep watching. Yeah. For example, I remember one channel which was about slime, making slime, yeah, for kids. Doing the slime yourself and then play with it. And what the YouTuber thought in the beginning is that you have a big bowl and you put every ingredient into it. Yeah, it's a little bit like baking, and then stirring everything is kind of like this. How do you call that on YouTube? Surprisingly fulfilling. They use two other words. Oddly satisfying. Yeah, oddly satisfying. So she thought stirring all the ingredients in the bowl would be oddly satisfying, and she should show that in the video. Turns out in the audience retention, people drop off when she stirred it. So what she did is, as a result, is she still stirred it, but she sped up the process like really fast in the video editor. So it only took 2 seconds or something like that. Just really a quick cut. So people know that's the next step in creating the slime. And so it was very short, and they and now remaining were only the good parts of the videos. So you learn that through this audience retention graph, which ultimately leads to higher watch time. It's a lengthy process to make that happen, but it really is fundamental to the success of your videos. So like really working hard on your thumbnails, working hard on your watch time is worth the effort. I can't stress that enough. And quite frankly, I have to do such an analysis again to be up to date in this regard for my own videos as well. All right, since we are here for reviews, let's draw a random number again. Leave in the comments at Morningfame Reviews so I can draw one of you. And High Tech Nomad, maybe you're lucky. Do you have any questions in the meantime? Hi Tom, Happy New Year. How are you doing? All right. I wish he makes some kind of form to film. Yeah, I have to do it this way because otherwise I would get lost. I tried it in different ways. This is the best way it works. All right. OGB Woodwork, welcome to the channel. Awesome. Yeah, cool to get, really great to get started. Once you get to 100 subscribers, you'll see that you have fine-tuned everything quite a lot at this point already. So really the growth can start happening. Don't get discouraged by the very slow start in the beginning. It really takes time, but then it will the growth will speed up over time. That's usually what I see for channels, and because in the beginning it's all about figuring out what actually works. It's kind of something you just don't know in the beginning. Yeah? You have to experiment. You have to try. All right, 1 was the last number, and 5 is the next one. All right, sorry for the later people. Artisan Electric, please don't do multiple chat messages. That is unfair to everyone else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, incredible. I mean, what are the odds? High Tech Nomad, you are actually the one who gets the review next. Wow. So let's go ahead. Copy. Okay. Turns out you have roughly about as many subscribers as I do. Yay. Fellow same-sized YouTuber. Okay. High Tech Nomad, let me know, what is your 2020 goal? So we can look through that lens in the channel review. My dream come true. Okay. In the meantime, do you have any questions in the meantime? So let's see. Channel shout out to WhatsApp, good or not? A technology with a tool. A great question. If you have a WhatsApp group about YouTubing and so on, it could make a lot of sense. But it really depends on the group you are in. The same is true for Facebook groups, by the way. First of all, you have to be a well-known and respected member of the group, so that if you shout out your channel in such a group, WhatsApp group or a Facebook group, it's not regarded as spam. Yeah, and then ideally, if you do such a shout out or better share or a share of your own video. And then always think about what is this group in particular, these people who are in the group, interested about. Yeah, and the people who do it best actually do a video with this audience in the group in mind already. Yeah, so for example, if I would want to share a video in the Masters Thumbnail group that was mentioned earlier, which is a really great Facebook group, then first of all, I had to engage in that group more often. Yeah, I rarely post there. So they don't really know me yet that well. So I would need to become a more valued member there. But also, if I would share then a video there, it should be about thumbnails, obviously. Yeah. So, for example, if they have in this group a weekly thumbnail share thread. So everyone should share their latest thumbnail just for inspiration for the other people. So it's a really great thread all the time. And what I could do, for example, yeah, with this audience in mind, is that I take this weekly thread of thumbnails and do kind of a commentary on it. Yeah. So, for example, in my video, I would show a selected 5 or 10 thumbnails that were in the last weekly thread, and do a little bit of a discussion. Yeah. And then I said, like, someone responded to the thumbnail, and his or her opinion was the thumbnail has not bright enough colors, or the text is too small, whatever. Right. And so I pick up that that person said this, and my opinion on that is I agree, but you also have to look at this aspect or something, a commentary. And then if I did this video on my channel, I would post it in the master thumbnail group and say like, I found the last weekly thumbnail thread so interesting, I did a video about it, summing up everything that we discussed and adding my own thoughts about it, like a complete thing. Here guys, here you go. Just for you, made just for you. If you do that, then people are really happy about it. They don't regard that as spam anymore because it was a contribution to the group. Of course, I get views via this share, so I get something out in return, obviously. So there is an ulterior motive after all, but it is done in a proper way, in a way that people are happy about that. They that is important. If you are in a group, it can be very helpful to do a shout out, a video share there, but you have to do it the right way, just like I explained right now. All right, let's go. High Tech Nomad, did you already say what you're get? Oh yeah, you did. 10K subscribers, and get more subscribers basically. Okay, perfect. 10K subscribers is actually, I can say you can make that happen. This goal is for me imminent as well. I mean, just continue what you want to do, right? But let's dig a little bit deeper in regards to your subscribers. We have, for everyone else to see here, Amazon Alexa, Chrome, Firefox, productivity apps, a hub for a smart plug. Yeah, tech in general, right? You do the reviews and show how things are done. Best ES File Explorer. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so that's the purpose. I think that's very well suited for search. And I think, I think you should make more use of it. The first video was not very well optimized for search. Maybe you for once didn't find a proper search term here, but I see you do really well in search already. Which is actually not that easy because tech reviews is a quite competitive niche. So it's great to see that you're doing well here. Nice power bank review that didn't work out, unfortunately, also reflected in the views. But here again, Alexa On Gear S3, nice, first place. It is, let me check if that is actually a search term that brings views. Just a sec. Here we go. Oh yeah, it is one. Nice. Okay. And here we go. Here ranked number 1. Wow, really great job. Just perfect. What can I say? So you're doing well on the research perspective. I guess it's really not perfect all the time, as we can see for some videos here. So you probably will continue to figure out ways how you can make the ranking in search make work a little bit better. Yeah, but I think just by looking at that, you have a really good understanding of how you can make it work. It's sometimes with the high competition just tricky to make it work for everything. But as you grow, obviously it will get easier and easier. And I'm sure that you will continue to go this route and make that happen. You can, I think we looked at how to grow subscribers in the past reviews quite often already, and I think the same things apply there as well. But let me take it from a different perspective, so as inspiration. You have a tech review channel, and that is true for every how-to channel, by the way. That is kind of very well designed for search, because people look for videos that you do because they have questions and your videos bring the answers. Yeah. So educational, how to tech review, all that stuff. They are very well designed for search. So it is actually possible to do well without a high amount of subscribers. And I assume maybe that was also the reason why your subscriber goal is not very high. Because as a tech review channel, I've seen it quite a lot of times that they drive hundred thousands of views for each video, or for many videos at least, even though they have very little subscribers, like 10K or let's say 20K or something. Yeah, it is possible to grow without even really focusing on subscribers. But still, it is a good idea to for the longevity, because a search, in a sense, is you can say each video has to succeed by itself. Subscribers are, in a sense, a guarantee that every new video that you upload gets a boost and has a higher chance to succeed. If you don't have many subscribers and you really only do through search, then the video topic is really crucial, so that each video by itself has a good chance to, get successful. If you want to get this a little bit out of the picture, it's a good idea to gain subscribers, active subscribers, who boost your video in the beginning. But at a certain point, it is not that big of an impact anymore. Because a how-to channel, in a sense, and especially that goes for tech review channels, is oftentimes not there to really draw in people and stick around to watch each and everything. Yeah, if you are, for example, reviewing phones all the time, yeah, just as an example. At some point, people have bought a phone and are not interested in watching more phone reviews anymore. Yeah, there is a kind of a limit, unless, of course, you branch out in a more vlog style, in a more, MKHB, or how is he called? The big tech review channel. He goes often on a tangent of thinking about design principles, why phones are designed this way and how they should design, and how the future of phones should look like. So there is a different level to just the phone review that he does that is worth for people to stick around. Yeah. So it's kind of the range of how tech review channels could look like. One thing that you can do and would make kind of sense to figure out for your channel is to create series, so that people start binge watching your series. Yeah, if they discover your channel for the first time, then they hopefully, for example, discover the first episode of one of your series, and you hand off at the end of this each episode, you pitch the next episode that comes afterwards, and then you point to this end screen element, for example, so that they can immediately watch the next episode of it. Yeah. This way, you will this is an alternative way to just focusing on subscribers, to make basically the issue go away that with a search-only channel, or very focused on search, that every video has to succeed by itself. So subscribers is a solution, but also series is a solution, yeah, as an alternative, which is, and again, also builds subscribers and so on. So it's all good. But having series will allow you to make people stick around for longer. So that also it will reinforce. Yeah. So if a particular episode didn't do that well, didn't succeed in the beginning that well, it might be episode number 3 of a series. And people will later discover episode 6, for example, because that one in particular did really well. But if you always refer to the beginning of your series at the end of the video, so I do that sometimes in my series, that I say like, here's the next episode, yeah, and here is the first episode, if you didn't start watching it from the beginning. Because then they, at some point, maybe they watch 3 episodes in a row, 4, 5, 6, for example, and then they decide, man, that this is a great series. Let me watch it from the beginning. So they watch 1, 2, and then suddenly 3. Yeah, 3, as I said just now, would be the one that by some chance didn't succeed that much. But through the binge watching effect, it will be elevated as well within the series, right? So this way, if you tie things together more, you can lift up your whole content, and not just each individual video has to fight for its success by itself. That would be a good approach. And I think this is actually, I'm telling you this because this is really what I want to do in 2020 on my channel, is to start producing series. Yeah. I mean, not start. I already am doing this. I had a series on growth strategy, which didn't do that well. That was my first series. But then the next one was about understanding the YouTube algorithm, which did really well. People started binge watching these episodes a bit, at least. And right now I'm running a series on SEO, advanced SEO techniques. So I'm working through all the different aspects, episode per episode. And with that, I also see the effect in my analytics that through this binge watching effect, suddenly suggested videos, for example, gets triggered more and brings me more people to my series as well. So this is a way to sustain the channel not only by search but also by the different algorithms, and having a more, getting more out of your viewers, and with that obviously also increasing the chance that people subscribe, because it's quite usual that people watch a few videos before they decide to subscribe. Just watching one video usually doesn't convince that well yet for people to subscribe. So it is a good idea to find ways, and series is certainly one of them, that people watch multiple videos in a row, because then the subscription looks more attractive for them. All right. I hope that helped. All right, let's do another channel review. Leave at Morningfame review in the comments, and I will pick the next one randomly again. Do you have any questions in the meantime? By the way, did you use the new live stream interface yet? That is in the YouTube studio. I think I like it. It is quite interesting. You have the live concurrent viewers count, likes, also live, the analytics right away during the stream. It's really good, really good. All right. Hey, Lady MC, how are you doing? I'm actually nearby, Seattle. How are you doing? Vancouver is probably also such cold, wet weather. No fun right now. All right. Number 5 was the last number. And here we go. Number 11. Who is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Awesome. Gringo Nation. Is it something Spanish maybe? But let's see. Okay, Gringo Nation. Let me know in the comments what your goal for 2020 is. And then we can have a look what I would recommend you to do. To FIC gaming, yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think are you not even live stream only actually? That's perfect then. Finance ad. Some techniques, suggestion on how to make evergreen content in an optimized niche. Yeah, that is tough. You're right. Tech reviews is the same, and quite frankly, YouTube advice as well, because obviously all the YouTube advice channels know their SEO really well. But it's not as difficult as tech reviews, and I assume finance topics as well, because there are many more big channels out there. If you want to create evergreen contents, the one strategy that we are using in the YouTube advice niche, for example, is that you have certain search terms, and all the big channels have ranking videos there. Yeah. But people are searching for up-to-date information. So in the search term, how to grow on YouTube, for example, 2019, 2020. Yeah. So 2019 was searched quite a lot. 2020 is about to be searched more. So if you are early, and maybe right now you are still early for that, try to look up all the search terms with the 2019 in it, and just use the 2020 search term. It is likely that they are still not very competitive, because the big channels didn't do videos about that yet. And also, even though the search traffic might not be very high yet, because people do not search with 2020 yet, but they will in a few months at least, it will pick up over time. So you have like a head start, for example, for the search term before the big channels move in. And this head start thinking, yeah, is a bit something like that you could also use for trends. Let me show you the trends. I made a video, no, not trends, but trend. Here we go. Let me show you. Here on my channel, I have one video that is this one. Yeah. Just remember the search trend singular on my channel, and then this oldest one. There are analyzed also how important it is for trending topic. Yeah, and your financing niche, you certainly have trending topics quite a lot. Kind of something happening on the stock market, maybe if you are covering stuff like this, or if there is a new conference for FinCo startups, yeah, fintech startups, for example, if you have a big startup conference, and that certainly produces trends. So if you are the earliest mover there, then you might move in earlier than the big channels, with that ride the wave of the trending topic, even though you are usually not able to rank for certain search terms well, because the competition is too high, because the big channels rank there already. Yeah, and in this video in particular, I show like exact dates and how this unfolded for particular trends, and how, you know, some channels were successful in being early movers and some were not, to bring home this idea a little bit more. So with this, you know, kind of circumvent this whole issue of everything being very competitive and nothing really free for you to grab yet. So kind of think about where can you be the earlier mover, because the big channels, of course, always need time to jump on certain trends or topics as well. So you could be faster, basically the idea. Okay. Let's see. Gringo Nation, did you already say? Hi, Josephine, how are you doing? Happy New Year. Did you already say what? Yeah, you want to get monetized. 100, 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours. Okay, let me see. Your channel is about here. Quickly, he has 170 subscribers, 15 videos. Great job. Good start here. 6,000 views. That really sounds a lot, I would say. Yeah, for your stage, really good job. Keep it up. That's great. It is. What are you talking about? It's kind of traveling, right? Or doing bungee jumping, sightseeing. Then you have. Do you also have music on there? So I would say, in this case, if it's hi Jonel, how are you doing? Lisa, how are you doing? I would say it's kind of you you switched a little bit, right? You don't plan to go back to music, could it be? Because if in case you do, it is a better idea that you focus on one topic only. Yeah, because music attracts a different audience than the travel videos. So having a split audience on your channel is an issue for the YouTube algorithm, for the subscribers themselves, because they get notifications for all videos and not just the ones they are interested in. So if you could split that, or let's say just drop the music content altogether, would be a good idea to really streamline, to make your channel well, the purpose of your channel understood by your audience as well as the algorithm. But besides that, it's impressive that you actually go into the travel niche and already are that successful. 62 views sounds good. 42, 119, nice. Original music and travel. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Original music, by the way, is something that many channel owner already told me. Josephine Desmet, by the way, is one of them who does original music. And you can probably tell by your own experience, I think we already talked about that as well, is that original music is really difficult to get out there because you don't have anything to optimize your video for search, you know. It is quite tricky to do right. So I think Josephine, you already started to do cover songs, which does much better for you, right? Because then, you know, the original artist and song name is something that people actually search for. So I think this original music angle is something that I see for your channel in particular. Maybe would be a good idea if you do this travel more and more. Then later you could, or right away, put your original music into your travel videos, like just something that makes them even more unique and valuable in a sense, because you can work with the mood of the scene and stuff like this if you have like a good archive of tracks that you already produced. So I think that would be good synergy there. But from a audience perspective, it is not a good idea to have everything split there. And on your road to monetization, I think this would be an important decision to do. Besides that, I think, let's see, Bells Beach, Australia, near death on the Great Ocean Road. Yeah, sometimes if we drive those foreign roads, it can be tricky, right? Snowboarding, Queenstown, New Zealand. Nice. This is actually a search term. Do you actually have it? Snowboarding NZ, you're ranking for that. This is a really good term to optimize for search. This is kind of, you know, oh, it is unfortunately not a search term. Let me see. Queenstown, snowboarding, Queenstown. Ah, yeah. Either use snowboarding Queenstown, which you already have in your title, so that's good. But you could use snowboarding in Queenstown, New Zealand. If you use this term instead, this is actually a search term that people put into the search bar. So that could be squeezing out a little bit more for this particular video. Because the better you match a term that people actually use in search, the better your SEO in the end. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. This is also my recommendation for you. I see you already optimize for search quite well. If you do travel, it's usually quite often the case that people tend to do it more in a vlog style thing. But especially for a new channel like yours in this case, you have to find different ways to bring in new audience to your channel. And search is certainly by far the most dependable way to do it. And I see you do it already. So double down on your SEO to give people a reason to search for particular things that they wonder about when they plan a trip to New Zealand, for example, in this case, right? So that they can search for it, you rank for it, and this way you get the viewers to your channel. Because vlogs in itself, they live from an active audience who keep coming back to watch each new vlog episode. But at your point, you don't have that active audience yet. Yeah, obviously you have a little bit already, but not enough in order to the YouTube algorithms, particularly suggested videos and home, to really pick up in promotion and send your vlog out to more people. Yeah. So, for example, I mean, if we are taking a channel like Mr. Beast, for example, yeah, he is not searchable at all. Yeah, all the challenges that he does are invented, are fresh. No one knows what to search for. His channel lives from suggested videos and home to get his videos recommended, get it in front of people to watch it. This is also for vlogs the case, right? And for travel, people tend to do it in a vlog style as well, and don't have really a way to get the people to the channel. And this search angle is really perfect. So I can only say, keep doing this. I saw a little bit how you can improve your SEO a little bit, but I think you already have a good understanding. It's always a good idea to watch a little bit more about the details, what you can optimize and stuff like this, because this way you will grow your audience, certainly with the more, we talked about the tech review channel before, right? For a tech review channel, if they want to buy a particular phone, for example, they search for the phone, watch a video about it, decide whether they want to buy it or not, and then they have no reason to further watch the tech review channel usually. This is different for your travel channel a little bit, because even though you're focusing on search quite a lot, it's still, I assume, this vlog angle is still a little bit in there, right? So this vlog angle is really perfect to keep people around. So this way, you not only grow to 1,000 subscribers, but also they stick around and produce the watch time for you, which would be important to get monetized. And I think you're set up for that. Just keep doing what you do. And 1,000 subscribers, you will make it happen in 2020. Fingers crossed for that. All right. Let's see. Hi, creatively MSS me, MS me, Miss me, is it? Yeah. I will let me ask for channel reviews again. So leave a comment at Morningfame review, and I choose the next one randomly for the next review. Josephine, Nico, the tip about organizing original songs by theme topic was a great idea. Awesome. Which themes did you? I have to look it up afterwards. That's interesting to hear. How you did it precisely. Hi Trent in the audio. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm a single person business. There are no open positions. But thanks for asking. All right. Hi, Raphael. Yeah, thank you very much. I actually use a real camera now with a cam link. So this way I get it into OBS. And yeah, you have a better picture now. Not the, you know, shall I show you? It's crazy. Here you go. This is screen cam. This is the one. Oh, I didn't clean up. Here you go. This is the old, and this is the new one. So much better, right? All right. I like to do a little bit on that front as well. But the most important part, of course, for 2020 is to hone in on the content itself. So I want to engage with you a little bit more via my series that I'm doing. So you can basically work alongside, and hopefully that makes a big difference for my channel. All right, here we go. Next reviews. The last. 11 was the last number. 26. 26. I think we had 2 times already. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a double post, which I can't count, sorry. Wow, Kipu, it's you. You made it happen. You really wanted this review, I assume. So I'm glad we can make it happen now. So let's see if I can find your channel. Oh, it's tricky. I have to search it. Before I can find it. Kupu, can you post your channel link in the description? Unfortunately I can't find your find your channel. Can I really not? Can you quickly post your channel link here? Because I have a difficulty. Such. No, I have it. Okay, all right. The spelling correction was always trying to show different search results. Okay. Yeah. No, all good, Kupu. Let me know what is your goal for 2020. Then let's look into it. All right, you already said it's in Indonesian language. Here we go for you as an impression what it is about. YouTube is not TV. Yeah, that is very true. You're using a little bit of English. That's good. The Magic Mirage, Food Fantastic, Parenting. That's something. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no. at the dentist. So your channel is basically all the different things, right? If we look it up, a handbag, branded handbag review. What do we have here? G butter for health, maybe, right? Keto, I see. So basically lifestyle. Is it correct? Trend in Urdu. You can get a free trial. There is a link in the description that you can use. Monetized. You want to have 1,000 subs and 200 videos, which is, I think, a good idea to think about videos. You already got very far with your first 10 videos. That's super impressive, by the way. Because practice makes perfect. It is just like this. You just need to publish videos, create videos, take the time every time to learn a little bit new, yeah. So that it is just not a repetition of what you previously did, but you improve a little bit every time. So basically, no, over time it adds up. And with 200 videos, then at this point, I bet you will be so far from what you do right now. The huge improvement. And that alone will reach your goal. That really alone will reach your goal. Sometimes Dan Korea from a Creator Fundamental, for example, that says it really well. He says, like, don't think about growth, YouTube growth, or like blowing up with your channel, basically. Don't think about that before you created your first 100 videos. And although that's a quite high limit, I have to say, there's a lot of truth to it. Because if you produce 100 videos, you learn so much about the editing and how to properly convey an idea and stuff like this, that really this is kind of the stage where your idea of what your channel is about, the idea what you have to deliver in your videos in order to really engage your viewers, that they enjoy watching your videos. This is really the practice that will get you there. Yeah. And I think there's nothing else I would recommend than just creating those videos. For the lifestyle in particular, let's see. What you do, I think what you already do in your thumbnails, you show your face. I assume that's you too, right? You look a little bit different. So because of the light and the... but anyway, people will recognize you. It's a good idea to always show your face, which you do most of the time, which is a really good idea because then this makes your subscribers more likely to keep coming back. And with that, basically bootstrap the success of each video that you publish. That would be an important thing. So if you do your thumbnails, I think you already do such a great job. I mean, you came so far with just 10 videos that I would say keep doing this, double down on showing your face in the videos, so you signal to your subscribers who scroll past your video, oh, there's a new video that you uploaded, which is perfect then. I see that you already started to do SEO quite well, which is a good way to bring in new people. It doesn't really work that well yet, although impressive. 1,200 views. That's amazing. Was it from this search term, by the way, or was it something else? Would you say? Yeah, perfect. It doesn't have that much search volume, but here, number 4, your ranking. I see. It's a little bit a different video than you usually did. You know what? You could experiment with this a little bit more. Because as I see it, yeah, lifestyle is a very broad area. And if we look at your different topics here, certainly some do better than others. And you could look into, you have some different topics here. For example, these did really well as well on your channel. Obviously, wow, that's really impressive that you get this far already. So you kind of have a range already of different video topics. Yeah, here we're talking about YouTube, which is certainly other than your usual lifestyle stuff. I cannot say what this is about, unfortunately, but certainly it's something completely different. And as well with your parenting video. So at this point, since you have only 10 videos yet, just let me forward the recommendation that Brian G. Johnson usually gives. The idea is that within your lifestyle, you have many things, and I really like that you experimented with different topics already. What you can do is like go to a drawing board and think about 3 different things that you like to do on your channel and already did a little bit, maybe like focus on parenting. The other one would be you reviewed a few food reviews, something like health, handbags, clothing and accessories. Maybe this is a second topic, as well as YouTube. Maybe it's maybe a special thing that you do anyway. You don't plan to do that. So maybe you do parenting, food, and get fancy clothing, handbags, and all that stuff. So that would be 3 topics. Do 3 playlists on your channel. Not that the playlists will really make a difference for you, for your growth of your channel, but just for you to have categories on your channel. So yeah. And so what you do there is you publish for each category more videos. So until you have, like, let's say 5 videos for each of these 3 playlists. And then you can go and look at the analytics for each playlist to see which one works best for your channel. And then you can like drop the topic of the least performing playlist, maybe keep the second performing playlist if you still want to have a little bit more range on your lifestyle channel, but double down on the topic that the best performing playlist is about. Because this way, you will more effectively grow your audience. So with the 200 videos that you do, not even only in the beginning, it's also a good idea to do later on, to do these 3 playlists to figure out which topics work best, to experiment with different topics, to see how they resonate with your audience. And then you can toss away the least performing one and keep the one that perform really well. Just for your information, we have in the Morningfame tool, we have here in the strategy tab, we have at the bottom a report about series. Yeah. And I'm recently only publishing to 2 series because I already figured out the algorithm is something of interest for all of you, and SEO is for interest. So I'm currently publishing to those 2 playlists only because with all the experimentations of different topics, I know that those work best for you. And this report basically doesn't show my bad playlists anymore because I'm not publishing to them anymore, but would also show in comparison the playlists that don't do really well. So you could use this report here at the bottom of the strategy tab to then in the end, after you have these different playlists, published a few videos to them, at least 5 I would say, to see which performed better here. You see the algorithm series is performing even better. You can see the individual grades for the episodes in this playlist as well. which all combined make the overall score that you see here with okay and strong. Or weak would be the least, the low grade. Yeah, and then move forward this way. And this way basically figure out what can you produce in order to more effectively speak to the audience, depending on your choices of video topics. I hope that helped. All right. Do you have any questions in the meantime? I would say we are 2.5 hours in. That would be all for today in regards to channel reviews, but let me know if there are any questions. I certainly didn't follow along the chat well enough, so if you may repeat your questions that I happened to not answer, please go ahead. I'm happy to discuss a few with you now. Hi Tatiana, how are you doing? What would you recommend for a channel which can only rank for search terms with very limited search volume? Obviously, try to find different search terms, but you already heard that from me enough times, right? I bet there is still some harder to find search terms that give you more search volume. Certainly, what you can do is in the Morningfame. Here you go. Morningfame algorithm tab, which is available to everyone who joined the early access program. If you are not part of it yet, you can find in the accounts page. That's now hidden here. This info about that. Anyway, here is a top search terms report, which shows you which search terms are giving you views. And I see like YouTube hashtags, how to title YouTube videos. So you see like what is driving the most views for you right now. And that might be a basis for you to get more ideas for alternative search terms. But this is all like nothing new. If you follow me along, it's always the same thing that I say. Let's dig a little bit deeper. If you have a hard time with SEO right now, it is probably the reason is the search terms are too competitive, those that have high search volume. So it takes a little bit more time for you to grow the channel until you can also rank for high search volume search terms. But SEO is not the only thing that you can do in order to grow your channels. Here you go. I once collected all the different search growth strategies that I learned from all the different YouTubers, and most of them I used myself as well. Is SEO is good for producing evergreen content, and there obviously you want to have high search volume, yeah, so that the evergreen video continues to drive a lot of views to your channel. Also, trends is of course good for SEO. That is very interesting actually. For trends, if you are the first mover for a trend, and you can be a first mover if you subscribe to email lists or blogs, or you follow and ring the bell for Twitter people who are very well known in your niche, in your industry, and with that being subscribed to all the news in your niche, you are one of the first to know if something new and fresh is coming up. Yeah. So if there are, for example, rumors about some new product that will be released in a month or so, right? So the idea is that you find the information, get subscribed to a source where you are one of the first to know about something that is coming up, something that will trend. Your ability to predict when something will be trending. Then you have like a head start to produce a video about that trend, maybe even one day before. A very simple example is if you have a book coming out that is much spoken about, like a bestseller. It's surely will become a bestseller, for example. Or if there is a new computer game that will be released and they already announced the exact date when this product will be released, then you can do a video about it one day earlier. Even if ideally, if you already have the product in hand, for example, if you do product reviews, then of course it is perfect for you to be the first mover. And the interesting part is for trends, the big channels oftentimes don't move in that fast as you might be able to do. And with that, you have a competition void, so to say. Yeah, the reason why you can't rank for highly searched search terms is that they are usually very competitive because the big channels rank there, and it's now hard for you to rank your own video. But if you are a first mover, you can even rank for a search term about this about to happen trend, get all the views from the people starting to search for it, just because the big channels didn't publish a video on that yet. And you are basically the only video that YouTube has in order, the YouTube is able to serve to people searching for that. Yeah, that actually happened to one gamer before. The whole idea of being the first mover, I explain in this video here. Just search for trend singular on my channel and you find this video. And here, Sim Airport. He actually did a tutorial on Sim Airport one day or on the same day this game was released. And he was the first mover. The big channels only published their own video about this new game one day afterwards. And that was enough for him to get so much traction with his first video that people came back for his playthrough the next day. He was publishing every day. And this way he was able to ride the wave of the search traffic, ride the wave of having very successful videos because he was the first to play this new game. And he was able to continue to be very successful with this series about the game, even though the big channels started to do series about it as well. But since he drew in all the viewers who started searching for it at the point where no one else was publishing some airport videos, he was the first mover with a 500 subscribers channel, by the way. Very small. He immediately, after 2 weeks, he had 1,500 subscribers, and all his playthrough videos got thousands of views, 5,000 or so. Even though then a day later, the big channels moved in, which had 100,000 subscribers and stuff like this, right? So the idea is move in early, and this way you can, even with the SEO, make it happen. But then again, you have all the different growth strategies, collaborations, link content. That's the idea of doing series that people binge watch. So this way you get more out of your existing viewers, and this will get also a snowball effect rolling. So this is the idea behind this. Of course, having active subscribers who watch each and every of your new video. We talked about this in this live stream quite a lot. Shareable content, so that people are inclined to share it with their friends on social media. Which is like this whole viral idea. Yeah, and that's hard to get right. But doing challenges, something like this, following up on challenges that people did on other channels as well, is kind of a way to kind of be in the whole momentum. What sometimes happens on YouTube also with a trend, right? Sharing on social media, having a website and email list. So the idea basically is that SEO with Evergreen is not the only strategy. Depending on where you're at in your channel right now, some of those strategies might be just the right thing to get to the next step for you right now. Yeah, and you can pick and choose and try these strategies. Look what works best currently. Do more of that right now, and until this strategy doesn't make such a big difference anymore, and then you switch to a different strategy. Maybe later on the evergreen and SEO starts to work better for you, and all that. So that's the idea of widening horizons of what different growth strategies you have out there, and use them those that fit best in your current situation, and maybe reevaluate that every 3 months or so. Hey Dale, how are you doing? Happy New Year. All right, any other questions? Gateway video. There was a question about the gateway video, possibly. Certainly, when you are... sorry, let me see. There is... here we go. There is, if you want to know more about the gateway video in the keyword research tool, here, this box, this is what is this? Click this link. This explains to you everything about the gateway video. And if you have any further question about those, then just leave me a comment. I will answer that. All right. Thanks for bringing that up, Harley. Let's see. Pen weddings. Thanks a lot for sharing, spreading the word. Yes, it's invitation only, and I want to keep it this way. Actually, it's not that Morningfame is in beta or something. That's the reason. You have your own invite link as well, by the way. You can see it on your accounts page if you want to share that as well. Anthony, this tool that I just showed is a special review tool that I can unfortunately not give out to everyone. The rankings is the same thing that you have in your 24 hours email. So 24 hours after you publish a video, you get this email which shows you your rankings, and this way you can see how well your SEO worked and if you might change something up with that. Actually, my last video I did on the channel, I plan to integrate all that in some way into a new tab in the keyword research tool, which gives you the ability then to track the success of your SEO in a more fine-grained way. But in the meantime, if you can use the 24 hours email, and of course the free version of TubeBuddy allows you to check your rankings via your watch page on YouTube for the video at any time you want. So that's a good choice as well. Mixforge, how you doing? Where do you take long-tailed keywords? Long-tailed keywords, certainly what you need to do is to use the search bar suggestions. So the search bar that we have here within my tool is the same as on YouTube, by the way. So no difference. So if you how to tie a tie, yeah, let's use just this. So now you enter space, and the suggestions you have here are all long tail variants. How to tie a tie, easy, Windsor knot, half Windsor, step by step in 10 seconds, stuff like this. That's all. Now you have long tail keywords. And of course, the suggestions plus helps you a little bit more to find more related keywords, and has a long tail search term. How to grow on YouTube suggestions plus, and then it shows you, it's also not a good example, but it sometimes finds even more long tail search terms this way. That's all there is to it. That's how you do long tail search terms. Long tail search terms are really great for usually the long tail variants of a search terms are usually the the ones that are less competitive, and then for that reason you probably have low enough competition for you to rank for this search term. So long tail is always a good idea to go. But also I have a video on my channel, I think. Oh yeah. Sometimes the reason, if you go into a long tail search term, this is the video, by the way. Just search for long minus tail on my channel. You find this. When you are using long tail search terms, you're going longer and longer, and hopefully the competition goes down, and finally the long tail variant that you find has low enough competition for you to rank for the search term. But sometimes even the longest tail search term that you find, for example, here we go, how to grow on YouTube, let's take this one. It's very competitive, and then there is a very long tail variant with 0 views and 0 subscribers. And you can't go even more long tail, in Hindi is maybe, but if you don't, is even more long tail. But if you don't do a Hindi video, then it makes no sense to optimize your video around it. The grades are now better, but still an F here. So it's still too competitive. What do you do next? You can't go any more long tail. And that's what I explain in this video, basically replacing words and variations, and that might lead you to a better variation that you actually can rank for. Hey Brian, how you doing? Brian from Video Toys, Zeus. All right. If the keyword is in the title, of how important is it for it to be listed in the tags? Great question, Mika. The title is by far the most important part. If you put it there, you don't really need it in the tags anymore. Everything that is explaining the topic of your video is good to have in your metadata. Oftentimes it's the case that if you use your title there, you have your search term in the beginning. Like for example, this live stream, I did it this way. My search term that I optimized for is how to grow on YouTube 2020. Don't mind the question mark there. This doesn't matter to YouTube. And then I added 2020 is here to set new goals, or I can't see the full title. So something catchy in the end, right? For people to click. And so that means that my target search term is not the only thing in the title. So I think it's always a good idea if you not just have the search term in the title and nothing else, but you do have, like in this live stream, something else in the title, put it into the tags as well, just to be on the safe side. Because YouTube might confuse it with the other words that you have there, something like that. I mean, it's quickly done. It probably won't make a big difference anyway, but can't hurt. That's the idea. Yes, indeed. Even better, you put it, engrain it, your target search term into the description as well. If you look into my description there, you can find the how to grow on YouTube search term in there as well. I think I don't have 2020 right after that, but I mentioned 2020 in the description as well. So that people who start searching for that, the 2020 matches as well, because we have 2020 now and people search for that. That is actually one example of these search terms where you can be the first mover, where the how to grow on YouTube. Let me quickly go here for my own channel. Here we go. How to grow on YouTube 2019 is obviously very competitive. Here I get F grades. I mean, Daryl Eves and all that. Dan Locke, Nick Nimmin, of course, Roberto Blake. is ranking there. So it's too competitive, yeah. But 2020, we can see it's already much better. Yeah, I get an E grade here. Okay, that's not perfect, but it's overall really good grades. I can rank for that, and I assume my let's see, my live stream should rank. Here we go, number 15. Not the best, but okay. Yeah. So that's the idea behind it. Okay. What's your take on having a famous person like John McAfee on my channel, but not helping the channel go viral? Is it my most watched interview though? Also the channel trailer? Thanks. Cryptos chain, good idea, yeah. You know, it depends. I think ideally you could combine it with a trend. For example, recently Matt from the YouTube advice channel Little Monster Co. Yeah. He did a video about something related to copper, right? Big trend on YouTube. So while the trend was ongoing, he I think he didn't do an interview, but he had footage from Susan Choi. I forgot her last name. The CEO of YouTube, right? Susan. A video about her and copper and the opinion and all that, right? Right on the trend. And so he used the face of Susan in his thumbnail to make more people click. Yeah. So if you can use their faces from the important, famous person in your thumbnail, that makes more people click, and hopefully that gets a snowball rolling because more people click, more people enjoy it. YouTube makes more promotion, many people click again, and so on, right? And this could be very helpful. But you have to put the label on your video, yeah? If it's only the famous person within the video, then it really depends on how your subscribers resonate with having that person as an interview partner in your video. It has to be apparent for non-subscribers as well, who are not as likely to watch your new video if they get it recommended. Yeah, so you can make use of that primarily, I think, in the click-through rate aspect. Maybe think of from that perspective. Yeah, and certainly don't expect videos to go viral. There's so many factors involved there. Just having a famous person in there is not enough for that. You have to streamline everything, the video topic, the thumbnail, how you phrase the title, and then, of course, design the video in a way that people actually do share the video and actually do enjoy the video really a lot, so that it really gets a snowball rolling. Just one thing, a single thing won't get your video viral. There has to be a lot working together. Susan Wojcicki. Yeah, right. Thank you. Yeah, thumbnail. Very good. Yeah, I agree. The thumbnail is super important, and there you can really make use of the famous person to bring in those clicks. And hopefully then your video is really great as well, with high watch time and all the skills that you have in making a great video, because then the snowball can really start rolling and get it. Yeah. What does a snowball really become? An avalanche? I mean, an avalanche is not so nice in reality. I don't know where the saying is coming from. All right. Okay. Thanks a lot for all your questions. If I happen to not answer any of your questions, feel free to leave me a comment under the live stream later, or any other videos on my channel, or of course reply to any Morningfame email to reach me. I'm always happy to answer. Oh, one last question. Actually, a question about lives. I feel like they should be unlisted. Some other big YouTubers said the same. I noticed they don't get a lot of use and low click-through rate. Yeah, good point. Live streams don't really work in the long run. So the whole evergreen thinking with videos that we optimize for search, for example, that they drive many views for 2 years and longer every day, doesn't really work for live streams. I think it doesn't hurt to keep live streams public. Although, of course, if you do live streams very often, let's say, for example, Nick Nimmin is a good example who does at least one live stream every week. When people discover his channel, yeah, or just any channel, then they sometimes go through the video list, yeah, the videos tab on the channel page. And if there is all the time these live streams listed, and there are so many anyway, then it's kind of cluttering up the video list for them to discover what is Nick Niven about? What kind of advice does he give? Should I subscribe? Yeah, sometimes it is a decision. It is they base their decision to subscribe or not based on what they see is he already published in the past. And to make the experience a little bit cleaner with very many live streams, it could be a good idea to make them unlisted afterwards. But other than those psychological factors, how people would perceive your channel if they see all the live streams listed, I don't think there is anything that hurts your channel. Even though live streams don't get many clicks afterwards, don't get a high click-through rate, all that stuff. For me, for example, I like to keep them up because when I leave the timestamps in the description for the replay watchers to watch the live stream, I always list which kind of channels I reviewed and which sometimes I tell, yeah, this is a kids channel, this is a how-to channel, or here's in this review I gave advice about how to grow your active subscribers and stuff like this, yeah? So that replay watchers, you probably saw in my live stream, right in the beginning, even before I say hello to every one of you, I say like, a quick note to the replay watcher, I will leave timestamps in the description so you can skip to the important parts of the live stream, yeah? So they can just watch the review, which is about a similar channel that their own channel is about as well, for example. And they just watch the 10-15 minutes I do this channel review and don't have to sit through the whole 2.5 hours, right? Who would do that after the live? Anyway, rarely anyone does. So this way I optimize their experience to watch the replay. And this is also a kind of something that people value. Yeah, it's not that everyone values it, but some do, and thank me also for that in the comments. That's why I think of that this way. And so it is an extra offering, extra something that could be of value to viewers, and so I don't see any purpose of making them unlisted. The YouTube algorithm certainly doesn't downgrade your channel in any way because you have some live streams that don't drive views continuously, right? It's not dragging down the channel. Yeah, also for that reason, I wouldn't make them unlisted. From the viewer's perspective, yeah, think about how could they still be as a replay of value. If you don't see really value for that, you could make it unlisted, but why not make still use of it? It's extra content. It's something that makes your channel a little bit more valuable, but it can't hurt. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks for all your questions. It was really fun again. All right. As I said before, you can reach me in the common ways all the time. I'm happy to answer your questions all the time. And yeah, I will do another live stream next month. I assume So whoever didn't get a review, I'm sorry for that. Maybe next time. And yeah, next up in my channel is actually, I will continue the series about advanced SEO techniques. We will be talking about optimizing descriptions next time and how to make most use of it, because we recently talked about optimizing for multiple search terms at the same time, and descriptions are a way to do that. So I really look forward to that video as well, which I will be recording shortly. All right, thanks a lot for sticking around. Happy New Year again. I hope 2020 will really be a blast for every one of us. I can't wait to see what will happen. I mean, yeah, another year of things we can make happen. All right, have a great rest of your Sunday, and see you in the next video. Cheers, my friends.